Welcome to another Trollcast. I have game number 2. It is a quarter-final matchup between SCRED and MINION. MINION losing the game to SCRED. It was a mainly Roach army versus a mainly Stalker army. MINION not having the economy to back himself up, and Red just taking a commanding lead with his economical style of Zerg play. So let's go into game number 2 and let's see what transpires. Right. So into game number 2. Let's bring up that tab. I am going to play this on twice normal speed so we can get through this game slightly quicker. It is a long game, a 24-minute game, or 24 Blizzard map, 24 Blizzard time. Go over, go, says SCRED, and MINION just smiling. MINION is such a cool character, quite a quiet guy in real life, a really great friend, and SCRED I have yet to meet, although I have informed everyone already that he is one of the co-owners of a Spartan company. We are, as I said in the previous video, into the semi-finals of the SCGL map. This is one of the quarter-final matchups, and it is another PvZ. No surprise there. I do like this. Did you see that ping-pong action? Did you see that ping-pong action? There was a ping-pong action. Right, we do have MINION opting for a fast-forward expand. I love the word expand. Expand your base sometimes, MINION. Expand, rather. Anyway, interesting placement. So it's most likely a fast-forward expand coming on the field for MINION. And we do have SCRED expanding at the time that he would have liked to in the first game. Probably a 14 hatch, 14 pool. We do have what appears to be MINION, Cannon Rush. This is some cheese right here. MINION trying to be really cocky and just take a game above on SCRED and trying to beat him with a Cannon Rush. SCRED is going to react by throwing down a Spine Crawler and try and defend that Cannon Rush. At the same point in time, I think we are probably going to see an expansion by MINION at some point in time. He is cannoning his own base, but this cannoning of minions is a little bit cheesy. Can you believe this? In a quarterfinals of SCGL. Well, Red will easily deal with this, no problem at all. Got the slings out, and he is going to put some pressure on that. I hate you. Ha ha ha! I told you that is some real cheesy tactics. He is going to push that Protoss base at some point in time to see if he can go and just own some drones, own some probes rather. We do see that expansion coming out for the Protoss, which is a rather good decision. He has cannoned himself in rather well and is doing some probe transferage. So at this point in time, MINION just buying himself some time to basically get the same economy that Red would most likely have. Let's have a look at that income tab, shall we? 29 harvesters to the 33, or 30 to 34 rather. So fairly even at this point in time. Let's have a look at that army tab. Well, as you can see, 41 to 43, fairly even. So at this point in time, I failed Cannon Rush, and SCRED dealing with it in the most appropriate way. I really don't like to see cheesy tactics in any sort of matchup, but hey, sometimes you just got to do what you do, and a strategy is a strategy. MINION has the wall of crawl up in his base, yo. Look at this. There's no ways that he's going to allow MINION just to be a boss and use those Protoss hacks in this game. So I think SCRED maybe just overreacting somewhat. He's even got a Spore Crawler for some DTs. Does he expect DTs on the field? No, not at the present. There's that 5-gate play up that we saw in the previous game. That did not really work so well for MINION, and he has got that expand up. So perhaps MINION MINION has blocked himself out of his own base, having to kill that pylon to move these forces out. I wonder if he's going to put some pressure onto that expansion of the Zerg. No, in fact, I think he's going to go grab a third and just try and macro his way. At this point in time, SCRED just sitting around, droning up and macroing up like a boss. Let's have a look at that production tab while we're at it. We do see burrow being researched down the pathogen glands, and as well we're getting some roaches on the field, and we're just getting some general upgrades for the Protoss army. So at this point in time, we've just got some lings and queens and infestors on the ground. So he is opting for a slightly different build in this game with the addition of those infestors. Those infestors can be pretty OP at times, especially with that fungal growth. So he's probably looking at fungling that army of that Blink Stalker army of minions. Minion has got, however, some Dark Archons, which will certainly help in this engagement. He is grabbing a third, and at this point in time, he has a larger army contingent of army than SCRED. 26 food count to the 16 of SCRED. At this point in time, there has been no major encounters of either races. So let's have a look at the units lost tab. We do have the full 15 units lost for SCRED and only 5 for Minion. So Minion slightly ahead in kills, but the resources lost fairly even. So at this point in time, Minion slightly ahead. We do see a push coming through with this Archon Stalker mix with a few. I see some High Templars, and I also see some Zealots in this mix. So a Minion is going to try and waltz around and be a boss and use those Protoss hacks, and he's most likely going to try and plant a proxy pylon somewhere here as well. Minion is a very good player and can use this mix to a devastating effect, as we have seen in games previous. So here we have a huge encounter. We got a full 81 units lost for the Zerg army to the 25 units lost of Minion. So Minion is doing a lot better in this game, and this game is going to be set to be a rather to and from game by the looks of it, with a lot of macroing behind. They're both currently sitting on 3 base. Obviously, SCRED just getting this base up fairly shortly. Oh, just now. He got it up just now. Sorry. My speaking is not so good today. Anyway, back onto the action. We do see this creep spread from SCRED. We have seen in games previous that SCRED's creep spread is fantastic. He has been known to use his overlords to place creep all over the place as well. And I really enjoy the way he spreads his creep, and a lot of low player Zergs can learn something from him. We do see some Ultralisks in his mix as well as Hydras. So SCRED almost fully at supply, 192 food to the 189 of Minion, and we're most likely going to see one huge blob versus blob in the center of the map, which I would predict the Zerg would most likely win with the addition of these infestors, really able to trap that huge death ball, if you want to call that, of the Protoss army. So we do see a push coming through from SCRED with a mighty amount of roaches, lings, infestors, and ultras. This is certainly going to be one hell of an engagement. So here we see it. It's down to the final push of the Zerg. We do have a Colossus on the field. In fact, we have 2 Colossus on the field. And the forces of Minion are starting to dwindle fairly quickly, as is SCRED. But in this engagement, I'm fairly certain that SCRED shall prevail. Minion is losing his forces at an increasingly alarming rate, with those roaches taking everything out, and he's bringing in those lings, streaming them in, and they are protesting all over the base and just right stomping the zealots in the ground. Minion not having quite enough to deal with this ling infestation that we see. Here we see the GG. That is 2 games to 0. So Minion losing to SCRED 2 games to 0, and SCRED moving through to the semi-finals. Stay tuned for future Trollcasts. This has been Ultima on behalf of Spartan Company. Thank you and goodbye.